The years before I went into college in Mapua, I was already trying to find what profession would I go into. It wasn't easy, but it just came naturally. I appreciated arts, paintings, buildings. I was able to start working when I was only a sophomore in Mapua. I was already pinpointed by my professor, the dean of Mapua. If I wanted to work in his office as the architect of the UP Diliman campus, I was given that chance. I don't know if he saw my diligence or he saw my how to work and the capacity to do what is needed. So I said gladly. So I was with the UP Architect's Office, which designed the UP campus in Mapua, where I met Nene Garcia, Toto Onson. Nonoy Benedicto came later. That's how we were formed. One afternoon, Gurang Piding, Mr. Montelibono told us, I'm going to develop a subdivision in Bacolod. Would you like to build me a house in Bacolod? We were merely fresh graduates then. And Toto said, what do you say? I said, why not? Take a chance. Anyway, we can come back to Manila anytime. I did some sketches. Toto will be doing some sketches. And then after a while, I said, okay, are we ready? We had to, this is how I would interpret, this is how he would interpret it. I said, don't you think this is better than yours? He said, oh yeah, that's right. Up to this point, but from that point on, I think this is my idea is better. So that's how intertwined to create something out of two minds. And every single project was like that. People wonder what made us click together. We never quarreled on anything. We were able to blend our thoughts and our ideas together. There are certain rules of buildings and principles of creativity that has been used in building that structure of the houses. JUB used to take it as the principle of design to create something that the owner would be happy about. It's not just as most I would say do. They take a picture from out of a beautiful magazine and tell the architect to build me a house like this. I hate that. Because you sacrifice something inside the house that cannot be seen from the outside, which is more important than the people passing by in front of your house. Frank Lloyd Wright said, form follows function. But I think it is a principle that is very true. It is something that flows out naturally when you build. Architecture is it's dynamic. It is something that grows. It does not stop. When you're designing, you do this thing. As you go along, you develop. Having that as a principle, you draw, and then you yourself find out that this is better than that. So you start thinking, you start developing something that was not there before. For me, from the start, I've said architecture is like anything else. That the beauty that one sees in something is not beautiful to somebody else. Di ba? So, it's something that develops in itself. So, with that principle, nobody can say that this is the best, the most beautiful thing. Frank Lloyd Wright, which we all in my generation of architects would agree was the best. We adore him and worship all his works. But you take a look at the details and everything else, there are things that you think you can do better. Because beauty is just something to behold. You built that and it came out the best, okay. But that's not the end of it. It has to evolve. It has to be to continue growing, continue serving, and continue to be enjoyed. There is something in that house that says that was built or designed by you, by us. That I cannot put my finger on. Honestly, I'm happy to turn out like that. There is a certain factor I myself cannot point out. It is something that when you take a look from left to right, right to left, you try to squeeze the best out of everything that was given to you. To enjoy it, to be able to expand it, to let it grow. When I first came here in 1951, I said, what can I do here? But I have no regrets because I found out that Bacolod is the best place to be in. Yes, that's part of the tapestry. She was the inspiration for me to stay. I could have gone to Manila, but I said no. Because I was not thinking of my profession only, but I was thinking about my family also. I've had these five children of mine and 14 grandchildren. Everyone wants their children to be happy. You try to help them as much as you can and try to teach them the right values. That's all I can say. Hopefully, I have rubbed some of that in their heads. My desire is to see them happy. When I first built that house, I didn't have the money to build the house. My garage was there, my kitchen was there to function as much better than any other form because of the limitation of space and financial limitation. But happily it turned out that I was able to add to form a bigger space for the children to roam around. You'll notice my house has a small garden in front. It has a small garden for my study and dining room, for the living room. My bedroom is a small garden also, barely to arm's length. But that creates an opening for the wind to come in and the hot air to go out. That has evolved also on my part. It was not my principle before, but then I saw the wisdom of it all. Although it's slightly more expensive because you create more walls, you spend more money on that. But then you create something also beautiful. You have a small garden, quiet, solitude, etc. I try to incorporate it in every design that I encounter. I saw Bacolod grow up. I came here first in 1951 in a summer vacation with Toto. And Bacolod was a sleepy town. But then it has evolved into this vibrant city already. I wish for the whole city of Bacolod to be in its future growth, to be able to say thank you to everybody. Thank you again. My legacy, I would like people to think that there goes a guy who lived simply. Very simple, and being happy with what he had, what has been thrown in his way. A guy who is thankful for all the benefits that he had received. To say that I have raised my children and my grandchildren to the best of my ability and hope things for them will be all right.